Hello and welcome to TNV Academy. Today we are going to explore the translation process requirements outlined in ISO 17100. These requirements are designed to ensure that translation services are of the highest quality and meet the needs of clients. Let's dive into the details. ISO 17100 sets out specific requirements for the entire translation process, from initial inquiries to the final delivery of the translation. These requirements ensure a systematic approach to providing translation services, helping to maintain quality and consistency throughout the process. Pre-production processes. Let's start with the pre-production processes. These initial steps are crucial for setting the stage for a successful translation project. Client inquiries and feasibility assessment. When a client contacts a translation service provider (TSP) with a project, the first step is to understand the client's needs and requirements. This includes the source and target languages, subject matter, and any specific instructions. A feasibility assessment is then conducted to determine if the project can be completed within the required time frame and budget. This involves evaluating the complexity of the source text and the availability of qualified translators. Project preparation. Once the project is deemed feasible, the next step is to prepare for translation. This involves setting up project guidelines, creating glossaries, and establishing style guides. These resources help ensure consistency and accuracy throughout the translation process. Project managers play a key role in this stage, coordinating with clients and translators to ensure that all necessary information and resources are in place before the translation begins. Production processes. Next, we move on to the production processes. These are the core activities involved in translating the text. Translation. The translation phase involves the actual conversion of the source text into the target language. Translators must accurately convey the meaning, tone, and context of the original text. Translators should use any available reference materials, such as glossaries and style guides, to ensure consistency and adherence to client specifications. Revision. After the initial translation is completed, it undergoes a thorough revision by a second qualified translator known as the reviser. The reviser reviews the translation for accuracy, completeness, and adherence to client requirements. This step is critical for identifying and correcting any errors or inconsistencies in the translation. Proofreading. The next step is proofreading, which involves checking the revised translation for any typographical, grammatical, or formatting errors. This ensures that the final text is polished and ready for delivery. Proofreading focuses solely on the target text, ensuring that it is free from errors and that it meets the highest quality standards. Final verification. Before the translation is delivered to the client, a final verification is conducted to ensure that all client requirements have been met. This includes checking that the translated text is complete, accurate, and formatted correctly. This final check helps ensure that the translation meets all quality standards and is ready for use by the client. Finally, we have the post-production processes. These steps ensure that the translation project is successfully completed and that any client feedback is addressed. Project delivery. The completed translation is delivered to the client in the agreed format and within the specified deadline. It is important to ensure that the delivery process is smooth and that the client receives the translation as expected. Client feedback and follow-up. After the translation is delivered, it is important to gather feedback from the client. This feedback helps identify any areas for improvement and ensures that the client is satisfied with the translation. Addressing client feedback promptly and effectively is crucial for maintaining good client relationships and ensuring continuous improvement in the translation process. Continuous improvement. ISO 17100 emphasizes the importance of continuous improvement in the translation process. This involves regularly reviewing and updating processes, tools, and resources to ensure that they meet the highest standards. Translation service providers should implement a system for capturing lessons learned from each project and using this information to improve future projects. In summary, the translation process requirements outlined in ISO 17100 provide a comprehensive framework for delivering high-quality translation services. From pre-production to post-production, each step is designed to ensure accuracy, consistency, and client satisfaction. Thank you for joining us today. I hope this detailed overview of the translation process requirements in ISO 17100 has been informative and helpful. If you have any questions or need further clarification, please feel free to reach out. Have a great day. Goodbye and see you next time. Thank you.